Welcome back to the 2009 Season All-Star Classic. We just watched Game 1 as East Coast rips West 1 1-0. Here we go, guys, going into Game 2, and it looks like we got the West Coast. They're playing a little midship to warm up. On the other side, the East Coast is just getting seated. We're going to be checking out the West Coast lineup. Here we go. We got Snipe Down, SK, Neighbor, and Nated for this one.
It's the slaying power of, I don't even know.
Me neither. I have no idea what you're talking about there. But check it out. You have Snipe Down, Nated, and Neighbor, three amazing snipers, but the East Coast, they have all solid BRs for this game type here. Scott, you have Defy, one of the best long-range BRs and short-range. Elmite Warrior is there. Strong Side, who just dropped 30, and the captain of Stray Rippin', T-Squared.
And you know, Chris, I've got to give the edge to East Coast in this one too. I don't see how this West Coast team could possibly function well.
Yeah?
I mean, you got 3 main slayers against 4 fundamental players, and we just saw it in the last game. A lot more is going to get done on the East Coast than on the West Coast.
Yeah, I was going to say, so Triple X and JT Bravo, they were the ones in charge of putting these rosters together. And so far, we didn't really like Triple X's last pick, did you?
No, not real. I mean, if I were to pick, I would put Neighbor in with Walshy, and then Roy, and then either a Snipe Down or a Nated, and keep altering something like that, because you have to have a good balance. When you just put a superstar team out like that, they may not perform. They have a high chance of losing the game.
All right, well, we'll see how this one plays out. It looks like the players still correcting their icons and getting pretty.
A lot of players are superstitious about that.
So
yeah, that's what I've discovered.
So Scott, why do you think these lineups were set by the coaches? Is, you know, looking back at Game 1 and now looking even forward to Game 2.
I'm not sure why the West Coast did it the way they did, but I like JT Bravo's the way he's doing it. He's getting all his players a good amount, and I like how both things I liked is that they kept the players who just played on. They kept the majority of those players on because they're going to be warm and they're going to be ready to play the next game. That's a smart play. You don't want to switch out 3 people and just bring one in. You want to keep a good 2 players on who have been warm.
All I'm going to say also, guys, on the West Coast, you have all of their flashy superstar players. You have Neighbor, you have Hysteria, Nated, and Snipe Down. On the East Coast, you really only got Pistola there. Ogre 2 maybe for power weapons. It's just straight up East Coast has the battle rifles, West Coast has the sniper rifles, and we're going into Game 2. There's 2 snipers, everyone starts with a battle rifle, and there's a rocket in the middle to play with. Overshield down low will be coming up every 2 minutes. Keep your eye on that. That will definitely be the game changer here for most teams. And we're going to start this one off with Strong Side here from Final Boss. He's playing for the East Coast, and he just dropped 30 kills. And he needs to turn off his vibration. Nope, enabled it.
Turn it on.
All right. So we're going to sit on board. Now this is Team Slayer. The first team to 50 kills will win. And now, Scott, we didn't even see how Strong Side dropped 30 kills last game.
Yeah, that's what I've wanted to see. I looked at the stats, and don't quote me on it, but he was a good plus 60 or plus 70 each event that he hasn't been on the broadcast. And I want to know what he's doing. Strong Side is one of those players who really just can be a dominant force, and I guess he showed it last game, but we didn't see it. So that's why I kind of want to keep an eye on him, because I haven't seen him that much this season.
And right now we're seeing as the West is all over the East Coast to start this one. It's 8-2, and they just charged all over the East Coast base. They have their sniper rifle. You see T2 finally picking it up for the East Coast. And Snipe Down and Nated really just took control early as SK got the rocket launcher.
And this is going to be hard for the East Coast to come back from this, because one, I mean, the East Coast doesn't have any snipers anyways, but even if they picked it up, there's no dominant force they have with it, and that's huge on the pit. And 2, it looks like they have complete map control, and the East is just all discombobulated.
And right now you're watching a Snipe Down sneaking behind his opponent here. It's Defy. Defy turns around and out BRs him. Snipe Down was so excited for that shot to line up, it just never did. We're jumping on board with Elmite Warrior. Snipe Down's teammate, he just got a kill with the sniper rifle, picking off Nated over in Sword.
training man.
One shot runway, SK. One shot the runway, SK. Kill.
And Naden.
To the runway.
Two guys runway.
Two runway still. Kill training.
They're runway. Going out of west, our street. Out of west to street right now. They're going to go get the guy. They got it.
Two there. Two out of west.
Where's he going? They're training if he went.
Still training. Grab a combo. One shot sword. Going our sword. We're starting our sword.
Alright, sword. And no one in sword. Our sword.
On branch somehow.
You got their sniper, it's 30.
Training.
That's one of the targets. You're gonna have a sniper or else one there.
Oh, and Snipe Down finally goes down. I'm tired of sitting out. Let's jump back in with T-Squared and Elmite Warrior. They both have sniper rifles. T-Squared using his to clean up the kill that Elmite started.
And the East coming back. They were down about 10, 11 kills. Now they only down 4. Well, 5 forward again. There we go.
Woo.
And at 10:50, normally that means the overshield is coming up. Defy was fighting for it down low, but it looks like SK is set up for it. Naden just picked up a big double kill in the sword. T-Squared having to back up with that sniper. And remember, Neighbor had the last overshield, so looks like the West Coast, they know when it's coming up. East Coast has no clue, and maybe it was burned already. I can't tell.
I think it was burned by SK, but don't quote me on it. He was in the position too, so I just assumed.
Zero quoting. All right, T-Squared coming back live on his flag. It is 30 to over 21. What did you see? Overkill out of
Overkill
Snipe
by
Down.
Snipe Down. I don't know where that came from. I just saw the triple and then the overkill.
Check out the VOD.
Perfect.
Here we go. Can't catch them all, people. It's not Pokemon. All right, we're jumping on board with Neighbor. He's got the sniper and he's moving in. Naden, meanwhile, he's got the sniper rifle as well. He was top tower. And Neighbor is labeled incorrectly there, but promise me that is Neighbor from Instinct and his red hat matches his red jersey. Gotta love it.
And this is the player I honestly want to watch a lot because I hear that he's changed his game a lot between this event and, well, between Anaheim and this event. So if he's changed a lot, I think it'll show throughout at least this.
And we're gonna see how he's playing right now. He's dropping down, being sneaky so far in this game. An 8-kill lead for the West Coast, and they totally have been the aggressor all game long here on the pit.
And they've stayed sword side, which is surprising to me. I figured this team would be a lot more patient and just wait on the snipers, but I mean, they push sword side, they push a guy under bridge. I mean, this is all pretty much accidental in a sense, but I mean, they're pushing a guy under bridge and they're doing the right thing. They're controlling the top turret. And by doing that, the East Coast has nothing to do besides try to flank to the other side, where Naden's waiting for him with a sniper.
And coaches knowing their players' strength, Neighbor is actually going to be playing in all the Slayer game types, and that's it.
Oh, smart move there. And so right now we got Neighbor in the West Coast with a 10-kill lead here. Naden has the sniper sitting on top of his sniper tower, and Neighbor's going to push in here. Meanwhile, it looks like all the East Coast push sword side, and they're chasing after Naden, who is running for his life right now. He's just going to be taken down. We're jumping back on board with Neighbor here, who finally got all the way around to the opponent's sniper tower by going through long haul all the way through, jumping up top there, and now he's running right back. He's doing circles.
It's as if the East Coast doesn't even care about their own base at all. They're just kind of running and gunning. I think they gave up on this game type, it almost seems.
And now Neighbor is circling back just in time for the Rockets. 5 more kills. He's looking to pick him up. Here's the double. Rocket. And that is what I do every single day when I touch the Halo controller.
He split the defenders.
Yeah, I look at people and then I miss them both.
Hey, wait.
All right, here we go. We got Snipe down pushing in. He's got some help there from Naded. And Snipe down and SK converging on Defy. 2 more kills here for the West Coast. Neighbor going for the long-range rockets. T-squared for the last kill. Not so much. And Snipe Down's gonna pick up your final kill as the West ties it up. It's 1-1. And taking a look at the stats here, +8 out of Snipe Down. He is the player you want on your team if you're playing Team Slayer. 17, 3, and 9. Not so much a team player, but check out Neighbor and SK that game. 31 assists between the 2 of them. It's pretty nice teamwork there. 3 of the 4 members from West Coast going positive. 3 of the 4 members for the East Coast going negative.
Elamite Warrior, the only one. Double-digit kills right there. All tied up, East versus West. 1-1. Game number 3.
Woo!
We come back.